Hey guys, right here. Back with some more Spirit Island content. I'm gonna play a quick Finder game into Sweden 6. Just have some fun and talk through my thoughts. I think people have a lot of trouble with Finder into solo games. A lot of people these days looking for some, builds and everything for Finder. And really, the way to play it solo is to do TX3 to start, or to basically go top. So I'm going to kind of showcase that. Finder's usual strategy in these first turn is to play really high tempo, meaning a lot of high action economy, in order to kind of get ahead of the invaders to allow some time to draft. And we want to go top because top is kind of overloaded on energy, allowing us to play majors, and we don't really need too many plays because of the high tempo pacing here. So we're going to look to see how we can solve all of the Sweden issues. Normally start with this G2, and we're going to be probably playing Cirque and Paths, so we kind of have to think about the layout of the board. Usually this is the longest turn, and this turn combines into next turn's actions, so next turn is also thought about during this first turn, making it the longest turn of the game, and also requires the most practice. So if we're wanting to learn Finder and get better at Finder, honestly just playing through the first two turns to see what you did ends up and what actions result from that is really, really, really good. So the things we want to pay attention to here are getting rid of the Sweden escalation as much as possible and creating kind of a dump somewhere. So it really depends if I want to hedge. So I can do paths into land 1 and move the town of my presence over to land 4, and then push everything out turn 2 because of our left and 8. So we're getting our first two tiers of our left and 8. It's half plus 1. So half plus 1 means you can do 2, 3, 4, and it will be totally safe with 1 explorer left, aside from increasing aggressions from the event deck. But we kind of hedge that anyway, so it's Finder. So it can do that. I can always, so 3 is also fine, so I mean I could always place in there next turn and just left an 8 to solve this via lay paths. If I want to do past tide to solve something upcoming. And I also can just push 1 explorer out or something out right now, which could allow me to solve 1 as well. But I don't think I want to waste that. We really don't want to pile things up in a stage 1 land for our dump. We want to put them in a stage 2 in case we have to take some blight, so it'll be our only land where we take blight for the entire game. Whatever we put it into, which also means not coastal, because coastal can appear twice. So because of that, we're looking to definitely solve both of our initial lands here. And if 8 comes up, we really want to solve that. So we kind of need to do a little bit of shenanigans here. So we're going to place in the 6 to get range onto 8. Can't see too much more with what I want to do. But I'm going to solve this for now and just push that into the disease land. So now's the tricky part, right? How can I go about solving all of these in the way that I really want to solve them? It's looking like Sands is going to be our dump. Inland Sands is going to be our dump. And this has a Dahan in it already, which is really, really great. We can put our presence into land 4 and get one more invader in there as well, and then push them all over to 6 with our Leftinate. So that solves 4. So we now have 4 done. Let's just draw on the screen a little bit. I guess it doesn't show if I do that. Let me see if I can just like window capture this. Oh. That's strange. I can't really record and draw on it. But it's like how to best prepare for everything. What I'm thinking about is how to organize my Dahan to avoid some of these escalations, but also have them in the right spot so that I can essentially manipulate the invaders the way that I want to. I think I'd rather just solve everything. Let's pass these guys out and search them as well. This kind of frees up my presence placement if I do this. And we're going to leave the Dahan there because we're going to get an isolate on turn 2 and prevent that from getting escalated on a back-to-back, which will allow us to move the town out of there. I think we should probably put one more town into 6 essentially so that we don't have to do anything crazy. Even if that gets escalated on, it's totally fine. And then we can always just push the one town out. So we're gonna do another G2. I think yeah, I mean ideally I just want to get bonus for the Dahan stuff. But we can use Self-Traveler's Boon here, kind of nasty, to solve all of our problems. And also take care of any Dahan issues. Because of that, wow, Self-Traveler's Boon really is quite crazy. It kind of solves all the problems that you normally get when playing multiplayer. I mean, we get 8 out of there, which is kind of nice. Like we talked about, we're going to eliminate these guys out. Oh, I should have put it there. That's kind of bad. Didn't think about that edge case. But now we're gonna get the draft. And that's quite good. Especially since we can get Threshold next turn. Just by taking a Blight over there. So definitely gonna do that. And that can gather up the 2 towns. I doubt it'll get saved. I mean, but we can try. I mean, to just put a Dahan in there. Nothing that good, honestly. Probably just more gather and father. Get rid of that. Pretty nice. Ooh, gonna have to flog that. Probably would have been smart to put that there. Ugh. But we can kind of... Oh, not so good, not so good. Definitely want 2 plays. Oh, and if we reclaim, kind of in trouble. Because we have to use this here. Let's see. Yeah, I think I lose because I didn't choose instruments here. I messed up. Let's be smart about this. We took 1 blade here. We can probably take 1 more blade there. And just solve this and solve this. Might just have to take 2 blight. That's really bad. But we do have these solved at least if I do that. I need a Dahan in here, which I can kinda get. think I need to roll. Yeah, I mean, that'll do it, but... maybe we can just push for now. So bad. Such an expensive push. I need to be in here. I'm gonna just pray Beast does something. Cook an element to game permanently. So I can put one play and get threshold on that. Probably just Sun. I mean, that's good. I really want that in there. Okay. It's fine. One more blade. That's all that sands. Yeah. I mean, this doesn't have a use now, and I have threshold, so I really just want to get some, I think another power. 8? Probably another major. Just to do something. I mean, I can give up ways. Minor doesn't really help me here. We just need like a skip or something for that one, I think. Tough game. Pent up. I mean, I think it helps prep. Oops. I think I just want to get as much guys as possible into here. I can get 2 guys into there if I just reclaim that. Now we're just looking for fodder, or we can replace Terrify. We mostly just cleared our lands, so funny enough, if I just get all of these guys into here and then use that ability and get that town into here, I can play this and Traveler's Thresholded and push one guy in, get the town. I can get all those in 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and get to Terra 2 and win the game. So it doesn't matter what I take here. I'll just take a minor. And Travelers, kind of crazy. Solves kind of all of our problems. Why is it 8? Why is it 8? Oh. I didn't think count the damage, but that kind of matters. I guess next turn? Not too moon. So tricky. I have to pull the 2 in from voice here instead of these explorers. Just isolate that, so like, I guess it doesn't really matter. Oh boy. I can't Traveler's Boon that in because then I cannot maintain adjacency to it, I think. Let's see. Yeah, it loses adjacency. Okay, so the way to orchestrate this is move this guy here. Sure. We're going to left grenade that into there. We're going to do travelers. This into there. Taking him. Just like that. Solve that. And just kill them. No sources. So give me some time. Well, essentially, I need to move stuff. And I don't have any presence to constantly move this stuff. That means draw major. Oh, that's nice. We get a land solve. I think that's fine. We just want to take care of this one. There's the increasing aggression. Sure. Oh, this game took a lot longer than expected, but it's a really funny one. That's for sure. We don't really need to do anything else. Can do this, I guess, for half push, right? Reclaim, so infinity range. These are adjacent. Push everything into here. And nuke. Pay the tax. Not quite how I pictured the game going, but I think kind of got baited by myself with what is that power? The Dahan power. Let's see. Why did I forget the name? Voice of command. Yeah, picking voice is a little bit trappy. It's really difficult to use on Finder, specifically because of the orchestration of pulling in stuff on tempo versus getting ahead, and it's usually a bit hard to get ahead, but also it shares the responsibility of being a pseudo skip, and in order to pseudo skip you have to have like a pile up of explorers, so it's really hard to manage all the roles that it wants to play at once. And in addition to cycling it, it usually wants to eat up every single turn of playing it, between getting ahead, skipping, something like that. And you don't really have much plays, so it kind of eats a lot of action econ budget. Funny enough. Still healthy, not a good score. Turning finish. But yeah, hopefully that was interesting to see and hear my thoughts on where the sacrifices and everything could be, and how to handle and navigate such tricky situations. Peace.